Hi, I'm Molly, and I'm interviewing.
Jamie Lim.
So, Jamie, where are you from?
I was born in Houston, but I was raised in Katy, like Cypher area, which is like 30 minutes from Houston, like downtown. So,
Oh, yeah? So, where'd you go to high school?
okay, well, since I lived in like Cypher area, but like I was zoned in a Katy district, so like my school was like 15 minutes away, but I went to Maid Creek High School.
Cool. So, what'd you do in high school?
My freshman year, I danced and I was in journalism. My sophomore year, I cheered and I was in yearbook. And then junior year, I was back in dance because I kept like hyperextending my elbow when I would tumble.
Oh, wow.
So I had to quit and I did a yearbook still. And then my senior year, I was like a lieutenant for the dance team, which is like a co-captain, and I did yearbook still. So.
Oh, so how was your book?
Yearbook, it was hectic, it was crazy, but it was fun. I mean, there were times where it was really, really hard, and I was just done with it, and I was just like, I just want to quit. Like, it'll just be way much easier if I was just out of it, but I stayed with it, and I'm glad I did.
Good. So, what was your favorite thing about your book?
Um, I really like designing my own layouts. Like, when we had, like, special, spreads, we got to design our own layouts, and I really like that. I also liked interviewing people because we got to pick who we wanted to interview, and like, not gonna lie, I did show favoritism. Like, I would go interview my friends, and it was really cool because in yearbook, like, you made sure that you were in a yearbook. Like, if you're on staff, you were on one of the pages, like your photo
yeah.
or whatever. Like, you had your friends in, so that was really cool. But yeah, that's probably my favorite thing, or my favorite things.
Yeah. So, then what was your least favorite thing about your book?
Deadlines, like, they were the worst. Like, everyone hated each other. Like, like, people would go crazy, and it was really stressful because, like, you didn't have just a deadline. Like, you had stuff due, and you still had to meet your deadline, and, like, it was, like, for a grade, so you would get great, like, your grade would end up bad if you didn't meet your deadline, because, like, when we have a deadline, we have to ship out, like, what we've done so far to the publishing company, and they send us proofs, which are, like, mock-up designs, and then, like, if you don't get it in by that time, like, it costs extra to ship it in later, and, like,
Wow.
yeah, like, it's just stressful.
So, was it really time consuming?
Yeah, it definitely was. Like, my senior year, like, since I was, like, an officer, I had officer period in dance, which means I had extra practices, and I also had team practice, so I was, like, literally at the school all the time. I would be late to officer period because I had yearbook before, and I had to finish up a spread, and I was just, like, I just wanted to quit because, like, I was more involved in dance because I had a higher position, and it's just like in yearbook, like I was editor in chief my junior year, and then my senior year I was just kind of like, well, I already got the highest rank, so why would I keep doing it? So,
Yeah.
but I didn't. But yeah.
That's good that you stuck through it. So, then what? It's like a quick outline of like how to make a yearbook.
Okay, well, the year before we design our spread, and we pick out. Everyone designs their own layout, and we make up a mock version of how we want the yearbook to look, and we each come up with our own theme. So, like, at the end of the year, we all vote on which theme we like, and then we have a cover artist come in, and they make like a mock-up version of the cover, and then the next year we come back, and like the first day of school we have like pages assigned, sections assigned, like we have everything assigned. We have our due dates, and we just start working, and then we after we finish the section, we send it to the publishing company, and they send us proofs, which are like mock-up versions, like I said earlier. And during that time, you like have to check like name spellings, grammar, like anything that looks like off or not right.
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time, you also like have other stuff that's due, so that's like time-consuming. Like you have to go in during lunch. And then when all that's finished, you just send it off to the publishing company, and then they make up the yearbook. And while we're waiting for the yearbook, we start on the next year's yearbook. So we have like a big project due again. So
Wow.
yeah, so we never stop yearbook.
So basically, when the kids are waiting for their yearbook for the current year, you're already working on the yearbook for next year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we just keep on going.
So wow. So do you work in the summer at all?
No, we don't. But we do have camp where like we get new ideas and stuff like that that can help us for that year yearbook or the following year yearbook.
Yeah.
So
So what position on your book was your favorite?
my favorite had to be student life editor because it's a lot less stressful than editor in chief, and I just had like a lot more free time and stuff.
Yeah. So are you glad you didn't quit and then you kept with it?
I am really glad because it gave me like skills that I need for like later in life, like college and job wise. So I am really glad that I stuck with it because it's fun and well sometimes and it gave me like skills that I needed later in life.
That's great. I'm so glad you did that. So thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Okay.